going on? I just want to talk about how in college you spend so much time worried about grades, assignments, papers, essays, research, getting your scantrons, and are you going to be pulling an all-nighter because it's finals, it's midterms, you know, you're at the library or wherever they have big study groups at. You might even be getting your friends and classmates to come and study with you to make it, you know, a group effort or make it more entertaining. And some of y'all are not sleeping right now. Some of y'all are 24 plus hours in on an all-nighter, procrastinated throughout the semester. And now you have to try to save your grade. But what's so funny about it is when you graduate and you're finished with college, you actually enter the workforce or you go into the real world, realize none of that shit ever mattered. Here I am, you know, 4 college degrees later. I have 2 associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, and a master's degree. 4 degrees later, 8 years out of high school, I graduated in 2010. And by the time I was 24, I had 4 college degrees. Hell, by the time I was 19, I had 2 college degrees. But the point is, none of that shit matters. I mean, you get in the real world, nobody's running around pulling all-nighters because they have a paper or an essay or they have to study for an exam. That is not the real world. And then you realize after graduating, after college is no longer a part of your life, how much energy, effort, time, and money that you really didn't have wasted, you know? I mean, I sit back and I'm just like, oh my God. I wasted the majority of my life in an educational institution. Because if you think about it, I was born in 1992, I'm 26. By the time you're 3 or 4, you're entering in daycare or you're entering in preschool. So you're in an educational institution by the time you're 3 or 4 for the majority of us. And then you're going to kindergarten, and then it's 1st through 12th grade. And then we've all been manipulated and indoctrinated into thinking that college is the only way to be successful. So after spending 12 years or longer, because again, you're 3 or 4 going to daycare or preschool, after spending 12 years anyways, from 1st through 12th grade in an educational institution, you've been indoctrinated. So guess what? You're going to college now. Now you're going to spend an additional 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, however long it may take, because some of you, some of us, I did it myself, are going to be getting multiple college degrees in the pursuit of making money and being successful in the eyes of who? Because I look at my life now, I'm 26, 4 college degrees later, I don't really have much to show for it. I don't really see how spending 18 years out of my 26 years, I spent longer than that because I didn't include daycare, preschool, kindergarten. Spending 21 years out of my 26 years of living in an educational institution. Why? You spent the majority of your life going to school, essentially. And what do you have to show for it? I have $45,000 worth of student loan debt. That's what I have to show for it. I have pieces of paper say I have a degree, yet a lot of these degrees, unfortunately, will make you overqualified for a lot of jobs on the market, you know. And I was reading somewhere that 80% of the jobs on the market do not require a college degree. Yet we've been indoctrinated and manipulated and guilt tripped and fear tactics into going to college, because we've all were told, oh, well, if you don't go to college, you're going to be a failure. If you don't go to college, you're not going to be able to get a good job. If you don't go to college, you're not going to be able to make a decent living. Yet many of us went to college and don't have jobs. And if we do have a job, it's not even related to the college degree that we got. We went to college, we're in debt. We're still not making a lot of money here because we're in debt. And a lot of places you get a job at, they're not paying you what you should be getting paid based off of your education or even your experience or even both. I mean, these employers are ripping us a new butt every day, okay? Because every time you turn around, you know, they're coming up with how they're gonna pay you and what they're gonna pay you. And then they tell you stuff like, well, you know, salary requirements. What are your salary requirements? It's negotiable, but it's really not negotiable. What ends up happening is you end up compromising, and who ends up benefiting? The employer. So you can tell them you know, and or because we're trying to sell ourselves to the employer, end up lowballing yourself to appease the employer because you're trying to get the employer to pick you. You're thinking, well, if I lower my standards and you say a lower number for salary requirements, they're gonna hire me. What ends up happening is you're gonna get the job anyways. You just lowered your expectations and now you have a lower pay. Absolutely ridiculous that a master's degree people are making less than $60,000 a year. Off rip, you should be making at least $60,000 a year with a master's degree. It makes no sense that we're getting paid $10 an hour, $11 an hour, $15 an hour, $18 an hour, $25,000 a year, $35,000 a year, $40,000 a year. Yet we owe 40, 50, 60, 80, hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt from going to that college. And it all goes back to you pulling an all-nighter to save your grade or write a paper or study for a test. But like I said, when you get in the real world, none of that shit matters. And you just wasted a lot of time, energy, and effort, and money that you didn't have to begin with. And then, you know, you look at yourself, you're in your mid to late 20s, some of you are in your late 20s, early 30s, whatever. You look back and you look at the time that was wasted, and time that could have been focused doing something that was actually meaningful to you, and that could have actually benefited you. So I'm making this video to say, don't stress college, guys. It's really not that serious. I mean, again, you graduated, none of that stuff even matters. Nobody even cares. Save yourself the time.